This is Dr.S.Brintha Rajakumari, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Arts and Science, BIHER. I'm going to handle the course PHP, and the contents are Introduction to PHP, what does PHP do, and the brief history of PHP, language basis, lexical structure, data types, variables, expression and operators, flow control statements, including code, embedded PHP in web pages. First of all, first is about Introduction to PHP. PHP is a simple yet powerful language designed for creating HTML content. It's an acronym for PHP, Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is a widely used open source scripting language. Open source is a source code that is made freely available for possible modification and redistribution. PHP is free to download and use. You can easily download from the official website php.net. PHP runs on all major operating systems from Unix variant including Linux, FreeBSD, Ubuntu, Debian, and Solaris to Windows and Macintosh operating system. PHP scripts are executed on the server. It can be used with all leading web servers including Apache, Microsoft IIS, and Netscape. PHP has built-in support for generating PDF files, GIF, JPEG, and PNG images, Flash movies. One of PHP's most significant features is its wide-ranging support for databases. PHP supports all major databases. PHP supports all major databases such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, Sybase, and MySQL. PHP file contains text, CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and PHP code. It is executed on the server, and the result is returned to the browser as plain HTML. The PHP files have extension .php. Next, see about what does PHP do. PHP can be used in three primary ways. One is server-side scripting. First one is server-side scripting. It was originally designed to create dynamic web content. To generate HTML, you need the PHP parser, the web server through which to send the code documents. PHP has also become popular for generating HTML, XML documents, graphics, Flash animations, and PDF files. Second one is command line scripting. You can run script from the command line like Perl, AWK, or Unix shell. Third one is client-side GUI applications. Using PHP GTK, you can write cross-platform GUI application in PHP. Next one is a brief history of PHP. PHP developed by Rasmus. PHP was developed by Rasmus in 1994 for his own website to preserve his personal homepage. Means, Lardroff initially named this as personal homepage as he created it for his own personal use. Later in 1998, two other programmers, Antti and Zeev, joined him to leverage its use to another level. It can be employed to redesign the web pages. Both the programmers rewrote the whole script of the language and named it as Hypertext Preprocessor. Next, see about evaluation of PHP. PHP, there are 8 versions available. So the first 2 versions does not have enough features. The third and fourth versions undergone the major changes as Z and Antti recreated whole languages, which result in new name of the language Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP 5 came into view in 2004. The This version came with the feature to manipulate the database with ease. Sixth version, actually it's not launched in the market. Seventh one, this is the newest version of the PHP. There's several features and nowadays PHP 8 available. The market. Features of PHP. PHP, many popular websites such as Facebook, Wikipedia, WordPress, Yahoo, many websites uses this language as their publishing tools. As these websites are mostly used in the world, it means the scope of the PHP programming language is more than any other programming languages. The software developers are interested to learn PHP and want to make their career as a PHP developer. You know that it's an open source language which enables the web developer to use it very easily. This feature has also helped in gaining so much popularity of PHP programming language. It's a very, very important programming scripting language. So most of the user use the version 7. Okay, most of the user use the version 7. Nowadays 8 available. Next, see about installing PHP. So you can easily download from the net, okay, from the php.net and use the PHP. It's free and open source language. You can install it on your computer and to start using PHP. First, a web host with PHP and MySQL support. Find out whether it is available or not. Okay. Then install a web server on your own PC. Then install PHP and MySQL. It's very, very, very important. Next, see about PHP, how it works. PHP, how it works. Okay. So the diagram, see the diagram, we have browser, web server, and PHP interpreter. Okay. The browser send the request to the web server. Web server send the information to PHP interpreter. It will interpret and send the result to the server. Server send the response to the browser. This is the working functionality of PHP web server. Nowadays, so no one install PHP separately. There's so many bundles available. So for Windows operating system, WAMP bundle available. For cross-platform XAMPP bundle available. You should know about how to install WAMP. Okay, this is easy to work with PHP MySQL. So first you should know about how to install WAMP. First you should know the expansion of WAMP. It's a WAMP server. Okay, W means window, A means Apache, M means MySQL, P means PHP. WAMP server is a Windows web-based environment with databases. Along with PHP MyAdmin allows you to manage easily your database. PHP MyAdmin is a web tool so you can use for MySQL. And first you have to download and use the WAMP server setup. There are two versions of WAMP server available. One is 64-bit, another is 32-bit WAMP servers available. You can download and install. Next, see about how to start WAMP in Windows. Okay, so go to the Start menu, then search for WAMP server is available or not. Then click Start WAMP server. So when you start, so immediately the icon, WAMP server icon, will display in the system tray. So color of the icon indicates status of the server. Red means some service is not being properly activated. Yellow means the services are being started. Green means everything is working. Means there is no error because all the servers are started. Okay? If Apache fails to start, then what you have to do, you have to check the port number 80. So whether you have to, because the default web server, okay, default port number, web port number is 80. Okay, so first you should check that. Okay, so if Apache not start means, if you fail to start means, you check the port number 80. Okay? In that case, suppose any other application, for example, Skype or Telegram using that port means you change the listening port. So see the config file name, okay, httpd.config. So we have to change the port number. Next, have to start WAMP in Windows. Okay, this is the initial screen. Okay, when you install, get this icon in your machine. So once you click the icon, will display it in the system tree. See the W means WAMP server. Okay, green color indicates all the services of starter. So see the menu when you click this icon, I'll get this screen. And you should check Apache is running or not. Okay. So first you should open Internet Explorer. So any one of Internet browser. You can open any browser and type the URL HTTP localhost. So you can see the WAMP server configuration page, okay, in the localhost. Okay, by default, the listening port is 80. Okay, I already told the default listening port 80 used for the web server. Okay. If you want to change when you can specify this address, okay. So you should change it, you should modify the HTTP file and also use this address, HTTP localhost colon 81. Okay, next to see about lexical structure of PHP. It's very important. You should know the basic structure. Lexical structure of a programming language is the set of basic rules that governs how to write programs in that language. So it is the lowest level syntax of the language and specifies such things as what variable name look like, what characters are used for commands, and how program statements are separated from each other. So for this, first see about case sensitivity. So then next see about variable. Then third one is statements and semicolon. The name of the user defined classes and function as well as built-in construct and keywords such as echo, while, class. So these are all keywords. There is case insensitive. Thus these three lines are equal and see here we have three lines. Okay, so echo hello world. Okay, see the echo statement. In the first line we have all the letters are in small letter. In the second line we have all the letters are in capital here mixed, right? Okay, so all are equal. Okay, case sensitivity. Okay, this is very important. Next one is variables or case sensitive. See here. So in this example, okay, the dollar name, dollar capital letter. Okay, so here these three are different variable. Okay, and the third one is statement and semicolon. So what is statement? You know that. Okay, statement is a collection of PHP code that does something. Okay, then PHP uses semicolon to separate simple statements. It's a simple program. This is the simple program. Only one script. Okay, only one line I have inserted in the HTML code embedded in this HTML. So you have already studied about the HTML concept here applied. Okay, here the script is included. Okay, right. So this is the starting tag of PHP and this is the ending tag. Okay, and each and every statement must end with the semicolon. This is the very simple program. And next, you should know about commands in PHP. A command in PHP code is a line that is not executed. Yes, you all know that, right? They see here there are three different types of commands in PHP. So the first two symbol used for single commands and this is for multi-line. Okay. So you have already studied in C programming language. Okay, the first one and the second one also we have studied. Okay, actually it is new for you. Okay, the hash symbol also used. Okay, so this is also single line command in PHP. Next, you should know about echo and print statement. Okay, so to display your output, okay, you should use these two. Okay, I'll get the answer echo and print statement. Okay, now see the difference between echo and print. Okay, see here there is no return value from echo, and see it returns the value 1. Then echo can take multiple parameter, then it can take only one argument. Then both use echo or echo of parenthesis. So with means it can be used with or without parenthesis, right? And see the example. This is the example using echo. This is the example using print. Next topic is data types. So variables can store data of different types. Yes, right? Okay. So store data of different types, right? So I have studied a lot of data types. You see the PHP data types. These are all PHP data types: string, integer, float, boolean. array, object, null, resources. These are all data types, right? And first, we'll see the first one, string. String is what is a sequence of character. It is single or double quote. See the simple program, okay? See here we are used two variables x and y and displayed the value. See the output, okay, when you run, okay, I'll get this answer. See here, so you have used, okay, so first what you have to do, you have to type the script in the notepad, right? Okay, you use any one of the editor to type the code, okay. Then what you have to do, you have to store it in the WAMP folder, okay. So I have installed WAMP bundle. So I have copied all the code in my WAMP folder. Then I run, right? Okay. See, you will get the answer. Similarly, integer data type is a non-decimal number between accept this to, okay. So this much number and rules for integer. You know that it must have at least one digit. Okay, must not have a decimal point. Say the positive or negative. See the example. See here, display the type also random function. See here, see the output will have the data type int. Okay, you no need to declare the variable. Okay, so it automatically assign into data type. Okay, when you use var it returns the data type. See here, you get the data type of the variable, right? So see here, the variable used what symbol? Okay, variable always start with dollar symbol. Okay, next data type float. Okay, it's a number with the decimal point or number in exponent form. And this is the example. You see here it has some fractional part. Okay, and boolean. So boolean represent two possible state, true or false. So you see here. So x is equal to true, y equal to false. Okay, they are used in conditional testing. Then array stores multiple values in one single variable. See here, this is the array variable, and see here the right hand side we have the keyword array of 1, 2, 3. Okay, three values assigned, and here used the random function. Okay. Next database type is object. You know that object is an instance of a class. Okay, so later we discuss about classes and objects. This is one of the data type. Next one is null value is a special data type which can have only one value, null. A variable of data type is a variable that has no value assigned to it. Okay, see the example using null data type. And the next one is resource is a special type. Okay, is not an actual data type. It is the storing of reference to function and resources external to PHP. A common example of using resource data type is a database call. Next topic is variable. So you should know about the concept of variable. So variable, what is the use of variable? Is a container for storing information, right? And what are the rules? See the rules. First one, it start with a dollar sign. It's very very important. Okay, it start with dollar sign followed by name of the variable. It must start with a letter or the underscore character. Cannot start with a number, and it can only contain alphanumeric character and underscores. Okay, right? It's case sensitive. See, they are two different. Very already explained with one example. Okay, see the case sensitive, right? And see the example for variable. See how many variables in this example. There are three variables in here, right? One is txt, second one is x, third one is y, right? Okay, the values are welcome 7 and 12.5. Next topic, expression. So expression is very, very important. Okay, it's a combination of values, variables, operators, and function that results in a value. Right, the simplest form is a literal. It simply means something that evaluates itself, such as number, 23, string, welcome. Variables evaluate values that has been assigned to both. See, in this example, we have three literals and two variables. See the example, okay? See here, so the variables, how many variables here? Two variables. One is string variable and another one is numeric variable. And see here, see the literals, okay, numeric, literal, string, literal, constant letters, okay, right, okay. So expression, okay, so see these two are what are all the literals and variables are types of expression, okay, because they return a value. Next one is operators. We should know about operators, then we can apply, right? So operators are used to perform operations on variable and values. Okay. So there are 8 different types of operators available in PHP. First one is arithmetic operators. Next one assignment operator, comparison operators, increment or decrement operators, logical operators, string operators, array operators, conditional assignment operators. Now see about the arithmetic operation. What is the use of arithmetic operators? See, have studied in C programming, C++ programming language, right? Okay, so operators, right? So operators are used to perform operations on variables and values, right? So the arithmetic operators are used with numeric value to perform common arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Clear? Next one is assignment operators. See the assignment operator, what are all the assignment operators used here? See equal, plus equal, minus equal, star equal, slash equal, percentage, modulus equal. Okay, these are all the assignment operators. See the expanded form of this both are equal. Okay, and see the meaning. Right, this is what? This is the modulus operation. Okay, so can you able to differentiate? Right, the slash and modulus. This is what division operator. This is the modulus operator. See the comparison operator. We have a lot of comparison operators, right? Not identical, greater than, less than, spaceship. Okay, so many comparison operators also available, right? Increment and decrement. It's similar to C++, Java programming language, so, right? Plus and minus. Okay, right? Okay, pre-increment, post-increment operators, right? And similarly, pre-decrement and post-decrement operators. Next one, logical operators and or XR, and if this is the symbol used for that, right? Okay, both. It means true if both X and Y values are true, right? And you know that, right? Okay, so true if X is not true. Okay, so logical and string operations. See the string dot used for concatenation. Okay, so echo statement in echo you can use dot to combine more than one argument, right? Okay, concatenation operator. See here used two variables. Okay, concatenated. Then see the concatenated assignment operator. Okay, shut down. Okay, so this one append text to dollar text one. Both are variables only, right? Okay. Then array operators. We have six different types of different array operators available in PHP. Okay, so the plus one is used for union, and double equal is for equality. The triple equal for identity, and this is not equal inequality, and this is also used for not equal, right? Okay, and this is for non-identity purpose, right? Then conditional assignment operators, right? Conditional operator. Okay, so you have studied conditional operator, right? Okay, so what is the equivalent flow control? You have studied flow control statement in C, right? Okay, so ternary operators is equal to if then else. Okay, so operator, what is the name of this operator? Ternary operator, right? Okay, see the value. So what it will return? It returns the value of X, the value of X, expression 2 if expression 1 is equal to true. Okay, you know that. Okay, so first you check the first part, expression 1 part. Okay, if the condition true means it assign expression 2 to X, else it takes expression 3, right? It evaluate expression 3. Then the next one is null balancing operator, right? It returns the value of EX, right? And next, see about flow control statement. Okay, so there are four flow control statements, right? So it's very simple only. Okay, so if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, and switch them. There are four flow control if statements. It's simple. Okay, it executes some code if one condition is true. Yes, it if the condition proven, it executes, right? If else statement, it executes some code if the condition is true, and another code if that condition is false, right? Okay, it has two part, right? Okay, if the condition true means it executes the true part, else means else it executes the false part. Yeah, and this is if else if. Then the next one is switch statement. It select one of many blocks of code to be executed. Okay, it is a number. Okay, it execute any one of the block, right? So first, see, let us see about the first one, the if statement. Okay, so if statement executes some code if one condition is true. You see the syntax, it's like, okay, similar to C only, right? Syntax, if condition. So code to be executed if condition is true. This is the syntax, and see the example PHP code for if statement. Is clear? Yes. So this is the tag used for PHP, and see what is it? What it is? It means the value 20 assigned to the variable t, right? Okay. So I already told variable name always start with what symbol, what character, right? Dollar symbol, right? Okay. And this is the condition. Here we are checking the condition, right? If the condition true now, it will display less than 20, right? Then now I move to if else statement. Okay, so this one executes some code if the condition is true. Otherwise, it executes a false one, right? So this is the syntax we have. Okay, if the condition true, yes, if the condition true, it executes true part, right? So if the condition false, I mean it executes the false part. Yeah. And now see the sample code for if else statement. Now look at the code. Right, see here the value of the variable 20, and here what is the condition? T value is less than 25. See what we have assigned, we have sent the value 20 to the variable t, right? But here what we are doing, here we are checking $t less than 2. Yes, the condition is what? True. Yes, if the condition true means it display the value less than 25. Okay. If the condition, suppose I have given 30 means it automatically execute the false part and display the value 25. Next topic, next one is if else if, right? So this one execute different code for more than two condition. Okay, if we say if you are going to add a two condition means you can use if else, right? Okay, if you are going to add more than two condition means use if else, right? If else if else if else, right? Okay, so this is the example. Okay, so right, so the same things. I have a I have a, here added only one else part, right? Okay, so it equal to 20, and see, so here first I'm checking the value is less than, okay, the variable value is less than 10. Okay, display, right? So and here I'm checking less than means less than 20, right? And here checking greater, right? Right. So here added how many part? Okay, 3, right? Then next one is switch. Okay, so see here multiple block available. Okay, this is the first block, this is the second block, this is the third block, and default block also available in switch statement, right? Okay, so if the value of n is equivalent to label 1 means if the condition true, it's equivalent to what if then else, right? Okay, if statement. Okay, if the condition true now it executes this part if part, right? Okay, and see here immediately it has break, right? Okay, so control comes out of the switch, right? Okay, and that's all about that flow. And let's see about loop. Okay, looping statement, right? Okay, so here, okay, in looping we are going to discuss about 4 loops, right? Okay, while, do while, for loop, for each loop, right? Okay, so you have studied, okay, you are familiar with the while, do while, for loop, for each loop, right? Okay, so we are going to discuss the same in PHP, right? So what about while it loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true? Okay. What is the main difference between while and do while? Okay. So while loop first it check the condition. If the condition true, then execute a block of code, right? Okay. Do while first once it execute, okay, right? Execute the steps afterwards, okay. It check the condition, okay. If the condition true, then it repeatedly execute the code, right? Then for loop, okay, it's through a block of code, a specified number of times. Okay, it execute a number of times code. How many you have given? Okay, so at that much time it execute. Then for each, okay, it loop through a block of code for each element in an array, right? This is okay. And so for we have seen how many loops? 4 loops, right? Okay, now let us discuss each one in detail, right? So by loop, it execute block of code as long as the specified condition is true. Okay, right. This is the syntax. Okay, see here we have the syntax while condition Then we have the block, right? Okay, and see the example. Okay, this is the starting tag of PHP. See what is it? It means the value 1 assigned to the variable x. Here we are checking if the condition is true means it execute that match template. So the condition becomes false. Okay, so it execute the code block. Okay, here the number is $x. Okay, this is what you know that we are used for line break. Okay, so this is what increment. Okay, do while loop. It loop through a block of code once and then repeat the loop as long as specified condition is true, right? Okay. So what it is, see if once it executes the block, afterwards only check the condition. If the condition true, now it's again and again it execute the block, right? Okay, until the condition becomes false. Then for loop, see the for loop through a block of code as a specified number of times, and see here we have, see the for loop it has three part. One is counter and the second one is testing. Okay, test counter. Then the third one is increment or decrement counter. Okay, so it has three part, right? Okay, first one is initialization, second one is condition, third one is increment or decrement part, right? Okay. So see the initial counter, it initializes the loop counter value, right? Okay. So testing, okay, so it will evaluate for each loop iteration. If it evaluates true, the loop continues, right? Okay. If you evaluate to false, then automatically loop ends. Right? Then the last one is increment or decrement counter. It increment or decrement the loop counter value, right? Okay, now look at the example. Here we have the example. What is the value of Ex? 0. This is the condition. If the condition true now, it execute the block, right? Okay. So for okay, this is execute the block of code, right? Okay. So then the afterwards it control comes here and increment or decrement, right? Okay. Here we have plus plus. It increment the value, right? Okay, that's all about for loop. Okay, next one is for each. Okay, so it works only on arrays and is used to loop through each key value pair in an array. Okay, it's like a associative array, right? For each array as value. This is the syntax. Okay, for it is a keyword and as is also a keyword, right? Okay. This is the array name. Okay, this is what array name. Okay, this is the new variable used. Okay, to get values. Okay, from the array. Okay, so the example in this example, so what I have stored, okay, added four values, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so array contain how many elements? Four elements, right? Okay. See the for each, okay, what I have given, see, so this is what, this is the array variable, okay. So right, so this is what array variable for each numbers as, okay, here used one more, okay. Here what is, what it means, okay, display one by one, okay. So first times, okay, initially, okay, first iteration you display 1, second time you display 2, then 3, 4, like that you display the values, right? Then the next one is break and continue. So break statement used to jump out of the loop. Suppose if you want to jump out of the loop, okay, so you have used, okay, suppose if you want to break the loop means use break, okay, suppose if you want to continue means use the statement continue, right, okay. So it breaks one iteration if the specific condition occurs, right. And see the example, you see the break statement used within for loop, right? Okay. So see here within for loop used here, you here also used, okay, here used the used continue within the for loop. Okay, you can also use within while loop, right? Okay, loop loops. Next one, next one is include files. It's very important. Okay. So why do we need include files? Suppose if you have a n number of PHP file, okay. If you want to include other file, okay, into your current PHP file, use the statement require or include, okay. So there are two include file options available to insert content of one PHP file into another PHP file, okay. You use a require or include, okay. right? Okay, so the functions of recur and include more or less same, except only one, that is error. Okay, means the recur will produce a fatal error and stop the script, right? Okay, and the include will only produce warning and script will just it display warning message. Suppose if any error means it will display only warning and continuously execute the script. Okay, but this one recur stop the script. Okay, don't execute, right? Okay, see the example. So how can you use this? Is the tag PHP tag. Next line, so you have to add include, see the file name, right? Okay, no file.php is file. Okay, I'm adding one file inside the script. Okay, and echo, I have a dollar color and dollar car. Okay, this is the variable, right? Okay, it stop. Suppose any error in this file. Okay, no any error in this file. What it will it stop it? Okay, it won't display. It won't execute the echo, right? Okay, and for this, okay, in this case for include, okay, so this what it will do, see here PHP, it require no file exist, and I have this, I have dollar and dollar bar. So what will do, this one produce a warning message and continuously execute. I think I changed that. Okay, you correctly properly used it. Then embedded PHP, embedding PHP code and web pages. So it's very important. So embedding PHP code in web pages, mainly PHP used for developing web applications. Okay, I already know that. Okay, it's a dynamic, creating dynamic web pages, web content, right? So there are 4 different styles available. Okay, right? Okay, you can embed PHP code in web. There are 4 ways you can embed, right? Okay, so first one XML style. XML stands for Extended Markup Language, right? Okay, Extended Markup Language style. Then the second one is short tag style. Okay, short tag. Okay. So what is the difference between XML and short tag? See here in this short tag, there is no sorry, there is no PHP, right? Okay. So only the less than and question mark available. Then using script tags, see here the script tag used language is equal to PHP. So like VB script and JavaScript, you can here specify PHP and display the value. And the ASP style, okay, this is the symbol used for ASP. Then that's all about the lecture, and I explained about the introduction, evaluation of and features of PHP, and what are the control and looping statement available in PHP, and we discussed simple programs. And these are all the references. You can refer from the book also. Thank you very much.